Hello, everyone. So today we're going to do the last finding evidence and answering open-ended questions. Today the story is called Got Milk. So let me just share my screen with you here and we'll get started with the story. Okay. Have you got milk? I can't see that. Okay, have you taken a look at all of the options in the milk aisle lately? You can buy anything from cow milk to soy milk to almond milk. You can even buy goat milk and sometimes camel milk. But why do we need so many options? Which option is best for the average adult or child? It's hard to know what to buy. With the recent push to drink plant-based milks, consumers often think that these options are healthier. In reality, there are reasons for drinking each type of milk sitting on the grocery store shelves. Before buying, you should do a little research to see which type of milk is best for you. Drinking good old-fashioned cow's milk is great for kids and adults that are looking for a good source of protein, calcium, and vitamin D. If children wish to reach their full, healthy height, they will need a good supply of all of these things. Many people fear that drinking milk from cows is unhealthy for them. Some dairy farmers give their cows hormones and antibiotics to make them produce more milk. These hormones and antibiotics are then passed on to those who drink the milk. To avoid this, kids and adults can choose milks that come from only grass-fed cows on organic farms. Other alternatives to cow's milk include almond and soy milk. Dietitians recommend that kids and adults drink these alternatives if they are looking for a substitute to dairy. Some people need substitutes due to food allergies or an inability to digest lactose. These alternatives are also good if you are counting calories or looking to reduce fat content. Many alternatives require sweeteners to make them taste good, which means adding sugar and other additives to our diets. So in this passage, there's a couple things going on. So that's why you also need to look at the question that's being asked. So this question is, should children be drinking milk from cows or alternative sources? So it's saying cows or like the soy or almond milk, okay? Because if you go back and look at the passage in this paragraph here, this is about either why it's good to drink cow's milk and what are the pros of cow's milk and the cons of cow's milk. And then this paragraph here is the pros of alternatives and the cons of alternatives. And so you kind of have to see in this question, it's talking about the pros of each only, not pros and cons to support the opposite, if that makes sense. So the evidence that we're looking for in this story is specifically the pros of cow milk and the pros of alternative milk versus using the negatives of each one against them, if that makes sense. Because if you see, so in cow's milk, it says drinking is great for protein, calcium, and vitamin D, reaching your full healthy height. You need all of those things. So that's a pro for cow's milk. Okay. But here, this is cons for cow's milk, that some farmers give the hormones and antibiotics, and that can be passed on to the consumer. But we just only want the pros for cow's milk, okay? So that is drinking old-fashioned cow's milk is great for kids and adults looking for protein, calcium, and vitamin D. And if children wish to reach their full healthy height, they will need good supply of these things, talking about protein, calcium, and vitamin D. Then if we go back to this paragraph, the other alternatives include the almond milk and the soy milk. And dietitians recommend that adults and kids drink these alternatives if they're looking for a substitute to dairy. Some people need substitutes due to food allergies or inability to digest, and they're also good if you are counting calories or looking to reduce fat content. Okay. And then then here, down here is the cons going against that milk, the alternative milk. They require sweeteners to make them taste good, which means adding sugar and other additives to our diets. Okay. So then, going back here, children should be drinking from alternative sources because dietitians recommend if they're looking to substitute dairy, and they're good if you're counting calories or looking to reduce fat content. Okay, So then I'm going to let you choose your own way to answer this question based on the two pieces of evidence for each. Remember, here are some sentence stems that you can use to choose from. So, should children be drinking milk from cows or alternative sources? You are either saying children should be drinking milk from cows, or children should be drinking alternative sources of milk. Okay, I don't want to choose my opinion here. And so you're going to choose your own, how you're going, based on the pieces of evidence that you are given. So that's how you're going to start each question or start each answer on your red sheet. So you answer the question by restating it. Then, so you're going to choose a sentence stem. So, for example, the author said, and then you either, if children wish to reach their full height, healthy height, da, 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 or dietitians recommend. So fill one in. And then maybe you do according text and fill it in. So you're going to choose if you're either going to do the A or B. Okay. And then using a sentence stem to include your evidence. Okay, so I'll be excited to read which one you chose to use and see which sentence stem you wanted to include and how you answered the question in complete sentences. Okay, have a great day. Happy Friday.